Hello folks, welcome to a Walkie Talkie. I have to do a little debut here, and it is the debut of this new camera. You'll be seeing the quality in 4K, that's part of the debut as well, but you can't toggle it down to 1080, which I probably will be intending to do because 4K is a lot to store, and also, we're at this point in time, we're not exactly going to be emulating the efforts of Martin Scorsese in some kind of movie, documentary, or other things. Though, when I say other things, we all know what that is. Movies is featuring your mum. Anyway, that was meant to be tongue-in-cheek sarcasm. So, yeah, the thing I want to talk to you about today is a further update to Mr. Beast and KSI and Logan Paul in a weird type thing called Lunchly. Wow, I didn't expect to be doing so many updates. I thought it was going to be like one or two weather checks and that would have been it. But we're pretty much having to do a weather check each and every day at this point in time. But the most mental thing was the truth pours out of Logan Paul's lips. He might be a fuckboy and everything. Okay, fair enough. Aren't we all? But he's actually telling the truth. So somebody said, bro, why have you stopped making movies and YouTube footage and just focusing on punting stuff? Logan Paul replied, and I'm going to use the words similar to, because obviously we're walking about, my laptop's in my house. Right, Logan Paul actually pretty truthfully said, well, we're done making YouTube content, it's now about making money as part of a business. It kind of makes things sound pretty insincere and quite mechanical. Because remember, Logan Paul started YouTube because somebody gave him a camera and he mucked about with it. Now he's basically saying to YouTube, well, I've had enough fun with you, now it's on to making business. And it feels quite shit. Mr. Beast made a half-arsed genuine response. KSI, well, he had his usual bitch fit about things. The usual fucking screaming his head off for 5 minutes and then having a quick wank and... Oh, I just said that. Wow. Yeah, the usual having a bitch fit, screaming, have a wank and settle down like nothing ever happened in the first iota. That's the kind of KSI kind of round and round the merry-go-round, 3-point merry-go-round. Right? Yeah. I just wish I could have said something a bit nicer. But at least he's telling the truth. He might be a bit of a fuckboy, a bit of a tadger really, but at least he tells the truth. But it still doesn't go winning me over into buying a bottle of Prime or anything like the Lunchly thing. It's still to arrive in the UK. I honestly think, from what I know about previous things like Prime, right, it took generally about just under 3 months to come into a local store of any branch of supermarket. I don't know why, because see when I order stuff in from America, right, I wait no longer than a month, but I suppose it takes a month to actually get into the country, right? And then diffuse between stores, diffuse between what you call divisions as well. But 15 quid for a fucking lunch. Can't make that up. Like, I would say probably must have been 2 or so weeks ago that me and a friend went for lunch. I've had 2 courses. It was really nice. The actual bill only came up to about 11. It was 11.60 because the drinks were pure mad pricey. The food wasn't too bad, and certainly excellent for the price. But anyhow, I think I've kind of covered things. You'll be seeing lunches appearing on your local shop, as in local supermarket shelf, probably approximately December. Right? £15. I mean, I bet they'll have mad GPS inventory tags attached to them because they're so ridiculous. And I tell you something, without being too crude about things, the security teams are going to have one mammoth nightmare on their hands, trying to keep people from stealing these. I mean, does KSI, Logan Paul and Mr. Beast not know the fact? The matter is, we're going for a cost of living crisis no matter what country we're at. Right? 15 quid for, which is basically Lunchables. It's just Lunchables figured up by KSI, Logan Paul and Mr. Beast. That's where the markup comes. So it is basically Lunchables, but spearheaded by these bastards, right? And that's what brings the 500% markup from £3 to £15. Most children under the age of 12 generally don't have any more than £20 on their person at any time, because obviously the children, the mothers still giving pocket money. It's just enough to buy a few little treats here and there from weekend to weekend. But hey, it's nice to siphon every penny off a child in the sport of making lunch fun. Anywho, folks, I think that's me over and done with. I hope you enjoyed. If there's any topics that I haven't done yet I would need to get doing, you let me know in the comments. If you find me on socials, you can contact me directly. Please don't dox me. So that's everything else done and dusted, and I'll leave you to have a fab weekend.